So I've made the videos talking about how black women need to lose the weight and they need to stop like aiming for thick and or believing that they're thick when they're actually just fat, and they need to actually measure themselves and weigh themselves and wake up to reality and stop just being male centered and simply choosing to be big and having stretch marks and cellulite at a young age, looking like an auntie just because it's attractive to black men, when black men don't even make up a minuscule of the proportion of the upper class in the world. So I've already made that video. But how do you lose the weight? I'm gonna give you like some of my tips. I'm gonna make this video into multiple parts because I've done it all, guys. I've done the calorie deficits, like tracking every calorie. I've done the eating one meal a day, starving, and I'm gonna tell you it like what really works. You need to move around a lot. Like, I made a rule when I first started losing weight. I made a rule that unless it's over 4 floors, or if I'm in a rush, I'm getting the stairs. So unless it's above 4 floors, 4 flights of stairs, or I'm in a rush, so I can't really be running up the stairs because then I'm going to walk in wherever I am late and sweaty. If those two are not happening, I'm getting the stairs. And I actually got that from my teacher. I think when I was living in Asia, I was walking with my teacher, and then I got on the escalator, she got on the stairs, and she was like, come on, like it's only 1 flight of stairs. And I was like, damn, it makes so much sense because she's so much older, but she's so slim. And I was like, wow. So that's one of my rules. And even my friends around me have started adopting that as well. Like, they also get the stairs. Like, they even tell me, even guys that I've stopped talking to, like, they will like use it as a conversation thing. Like, oh, like, I've been getting the stairs recently because of you. Good. Fucking fat piece of shit. Anyways, next, we need you to stay hydrated. And I don't mean like, oh, drink your water. I mean, how many of you guys actually have like a water bottle that you've got from Amazon, or you have like your own go-to water bottle that you carry with you everywhere? I'm talking, you're going with your friends to hang out, you're bringing your water bottle. You're going to the gym, you're going to class, you're going to work, you have your water bottle. How many people do have that? If you don't, that needs to be something to add to your cart. You need to have your go-to water bottle with you at all times. Another thing is like eating high volume foods. So like high volume, high fiber, high protein, low calorie. If I'm having a huge meal, if I want to have 1 meal a day, I'm going to make sure that a huge proportion of that meal is just hella vegetables, whether it's boiled, steamed, carrots, broccoli. Like, I mean a lot of vegetables. Because, like, even if you filled up a whole bowl of vegetables, it's not getting past 200 calories. On top of that, eggs and chicken are, like, staples. Carbs are really good for you, and I'm not against carbs, but it's just, like, that shouldn't be the hugest proportion of your meal. And obviously, it depends. Everything changes. Like, you know, if you're going through exam season, you want to eat more carbs. You want to eat more for your brain and memory. But if it's just, like, a regular day, protein and fiber are your best friends. I would also recommend strength training in the gym to really help you sculpt, because if you're just like eating less and not moving around a lot, well, then you're not really going to get the body that you think you want. You're just going to be like slimmer, but you're still going to be jiggly. You want to look toned. You want to just look sculpted, you know? You can't look like that if you're not putting in some form of like strength training. Even if it's just 3 days a week of doing full body days, and then on those 3 days a week, you eat a bit more than you would on the days that you're not training. That's fine. I personally don't track my calories. I used to weigh my food and track my calories, but I feel like it's not a horrible thing to do. But if you're doing it to the point where it becomes obsessive, and then you're now borrowing calories from the next day, and you're like, okay, I'll eat more today, and then tomorrow I'll add that onto the thing. That's when you start to kind of like mess up. I do track my weights. Like, I would weigh myself either every day or like every few days. But I would say if you're very, very new to weight loss, it's okay to weigh your food and track your calories. But after a while, you just kind of get to know. Like, I feel like I can estimate the calories in anything I eat. Like, and I'm just like, so I have like a rough idea of what I'm putting in my body and what it means for the rest of the day. What can I still be able to eat and still, you know, stay slim. If you're going to be weighing yourself every single day or like very often, it really doesn't help you to eat at night. Like, you can have your dinner a bit early. And electrolytes. Because sometimes you think you're hungry, but you're just a bit dehydrated, or you're just craving some bit of sugar. And that's another thing. Sometimes you think you're craving sweets and candy, but you just haven't had fruits in a minute. Every single time I'm craving loads of sweets, I know like, yo, I need to eat fruits because I'm not a child anymore. Like I don't wake up and I'm like, I want Haribos. When I'm craving sweets, I try to think, when's the last time I've had fruits? Oh, it's been a couple days. Fruit should be something that you're having every single day. Prioritizing gut health is also very important. Things like kefir, sauerkraut, Greek yogurt, things like that are very important to add to your food if you can. And even just when you're snacking, just like change the kind of snacks you would usually have. Like pickles are very low in calorie. Carrot sticks. Start unfollowing creators that don't have your dream body unless you're following them for something else. Because if you're starting to lose weight, you might see, you know, your favorite thick creator just twerking on the timeline and all the men lusting in the comments or the woman being like, I need that body. And you start thinking, this is the body that's tea. Body is tea, but it's not the body that brings opportunity. You see what I did there? You want to start, and the more you start liking videos or pictures of girls of all races that have like that body type that you really want, it's going to really help you a lot. Honestly, like I wasn't following this creator for her body, but I was just following her because I guess her body made her attractive as well. If she was fat, I would definitely not follow her for her personality. But still, I used to watch her vlogs and I'd notice like this girl does not really eat like that. Like it'll be like a day in the life, she'll have a coffee and then like she'll have a bagel and then she might have like dinner late after the club. Like after the club, you know, she'll get like a kebab with her friends and stuff. So it's like, oh my gosh, she eats so much, how's she skinny? But it's like, yo, all I've seen her eat today was coffee, bagel, kebab. That's like less, that's a deficit. And that's another thing. If you can, I would say add coffee into your daily routine. Like drinking coffee every day, it really helps to curb your appetite. Because if you can fast, it helps burn fat. So let's say you drink coffee in the morning and it curbs your appetite a bit. So then you're not really hungry till like the afternoon. That will help you a lot instead of just eating straight in the morning. Don't undereat. If you undereat, you're going to fuck yourself up. Trust me, that's not going to work. If you want to play that game by undereating, because maybe the scale's going down really fast, I think that's very dumb. And I feel like you should know by now why it's dumb. You still want to eat at like a level that your body is like okay with. Like you still want to be able to function. Otherwise, how are you going to go to the gym 3 times a week if you're barely eating? Do you get what I mean? But at the same time, like I don't think having a huge breakfast of like eggs and bacon and this is so important. If you're going to have a breakfast, that's okay. But it shouldn't be like a huge breakfast that will just weigh you down and you're just tired afterwards and you just like crawl back into bed. If you have nothing to do that day, then you might as well just like wait it out until you're genuinely hungry. That's another thing. Until you're actually hungry, like, why are you eating? If you're not hungry, why are you eating? You need to reframe your mindset and see food as fuel rather than seeing it as, like, routine. Routine is getting up and showering, brushing your teeth. That is routine. Eating is to fuel yourself. So that's why when you're eating, you be selective of what you're putting in your body, how much you're putting in your body, and when you're putting it in your body. It doesn't help you to have a huge meal right before bed. It doesn't help you to eat when you're not hungry. And it doesn't help you to eat hella junk food when you want to, you know, level up. If you don't drink coffee, if you don't like coffee, I would say definitely try. I didn't like coffee before at all. Like, before I started drinking Americanos, it took a while because I was just like, I hate the taste of coffee. But it's like an acquired taste, you know? And I would say coffee is really beneficial, not even just for weight loss, but just like for being productive in general and focused. It's nice. And then by the time the coffee is starting to crash, you know, like when it's starting, you know, when you get like a caffeine crash. By that time, okay, cool, now it's time to eat your big meal of the day or your first big meal of the day. And now it's like, okay, you're getting fueled up again. Please let me know in the comments what kind of videos you want more of because I will do it. Like, I have a lot of free time recently, so I will do it. Just let me know. But yes, as I'm editing this now, I just want to make sure no one takes it the wrong way. I'm not saying that breakfast is bad for you. Me personally, I like to eat breakfast foods. I'll just not eat it in the morning. But also, if you've just woken up and you're not hungry, why are you forcing yourself to eat just out of routine? Eat when you're hungry. But if there's a case where it's been the whole day and you haven't got an appetite, okay, I would say still eat something just to fuel yourself. In my next video, I'll explain why you don't want to undereat and how it will actually just set you further backwards than if you were to be fat. Genuinely.